Welcome into Sports Overtime Saturday night. I am Josh McKinney. Jamie McCracken is still in Lexington. Last night, of course, was Big Blue Madness. Tonight, a sort of Big Blue reunion at Rupp Arena. Several former Kentucky Wildcats were on the court for an NBA exhibition game. 4 former Wildcats, in fact, in action. Skal Labissiere, Willie Cauley-Stein, DeMarcus Cousins of the Kings, and John Wall of the Washington Wizards. Wall was added early on, the dish to Kelly Oubre for the slam. Nice little dish for Wall. Back the other way, Willie Cauley-Stein taking the feed, two-handing it. He finished with 12 points. Now it's Wall again out in transition after a steal. Pulls up from 15. A much improved jump shot for the former #1 pick. Later, Cousins loses his dribble, gets it back, takes it up strong over Marcin Gortat. Kings trailed by 2 after 1. Second quarter, Wall finds space. Step back Jay is good. Only played 3 quarters, but scored 11 in his 22 minutes of playing time. How about 2 Wildcats working together? Boogie to WCS, 1 of 6 assists on the night for Cousins. Kings won a high-scoring one in Lexington, 124 to 119.
It was great. It was fun. The crowd was good. It's a fun, exciting game. And my teammates had a great time.
Felt great to be out there. I got to play in front of the craziest fans in the world. The atmosphere was great. Good competitive game. Came out with a win, so good day.
It's not that it changed. It just got magnified. It's still the same game, still the same grind. It's just magnified times 50. Now when you go play every night, when you go play, you're playing against a pro. Like you have literally no laps. Like there's no day that you can have a lap, so you're gonna get exposed in this league. So you got to go out every time you're playing against a team, or even in practice, you got to go hard. Otherwise you'll get exposed, and you ain't trying to get exposed.
Just west on I-64 in Louisville, Karl-Anthony Towns in Minnesota playing Miami in an exhibition game. Towns receives the pass in the post, turns, flips it up and in. T-Wolves, though, down by 4. Off the missed three-pointer by Ricky Rubio, Towns grabs the board, steps back for a 3 himself, and you know what? He just drains the 25-footer. That ties things at 13 in the first, and then defensively, off the missed jumper, Towns clears it with a defensive rebound, 1 of 14 boards for the former Wildcat. He also had 16 points for the T-Wolves, who win their 3rd game of the preseason, 101-96 over the Heat. To some college football, the Tennessee Volunteers are in the middle of a brutal stretch. Florida, Georgia, Texas A&M, and today Alabama, the 2nd straight top 10 opponent for the Vols. Peyton Manning on hand for the Volunteers and Crimson Tide. Lane Kiffin, the former UT coach, digging deep into the offensive playbook for Bama. The reverse, Calvin Ridley to Ardarius Stewart, 34 yards down the near sideline for the touchdown. Tide lead at 7-0 late first quarter. Now the defense doing its part. Joshua Dobbs picked off on the screen attempt by Ronnie Harrison. Nothing but green in front of him, 58 yards for the pick 6. Just like that, it's a 2-touchdown lead for Alabama. The Crimson Tide would never really be tested as they roll on Rocky Top 49-10. Tennessee suffers its 2nd straight loss. More college football to come on the show, including our game of the week, a thriller in Moorhead, as the Eagles welcome in Marist for our game of the week. Our crew was in Moorhead this afternoon for our Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week. Moorhead State looking for its 2nd straight win on homecoming. Eagles playing host to Marist on homecoming. Austin Gayhafer pumps, hits Darius Pritchett on the quick slant. Pritchett takes it in for 6, 19 yards on the play. 7-0 Eagles. Ensuing Marist possession. Mike White on the quarterback draw right up the middle. Weaves 20 yards through the defense for the touchdown. Red Foxes tie the game at 7. No defense in this one early on. Next Eagle possession, Gayhafer connects with Jalen Elliott on the quick screen. Elliott does the rest, 42 yards to the house, and that play gives Gayhafer the all-time passing record at Moorhead State, passing former Clay County Tiger Zach Lewis, who set the record 4 years ago. 1 minute later, the Foxes strike again. Remember this connection, just on Christian. The seam route makes the grab from White, 75 yards, untouched for the Marist score. This game would go to overtime, tied at 38, following a Moorhead field goal. Marist on the attack. White on the run across his body, connects with Christian in the end zone. for the game winner. We go to the Highlands Black and Blue Clinic scoreboard. Marist goes to Jane Stadium, knocks off the Eagles on homecoming. Final score 44-41.
We were expecting a back-and-forth game. They got a great offense, and we knew they were going to keep coming at us. Credit to them. They kept playing. They were down 10 with about 6 minutes to go in the game. They got it tied up. But credit to our guys in overtime. Big play by Mike White to Justin Christian. But this is the type of game we expect to come in here in a homecoming game.
The Cumberland's Patriots at home tonight in Williamsburg, welcoming in the Knights of Kentucky Christian. Pats going to the air early on in the first quarter. Josiah Robbins deep over the middle, and check out the grab made by LeSean Jones. Gets a foot down, touchdown UC. Excellent shooting by Brandon Hensley, 32 yards on a 4th and 6. Third quarter now 24-7. Robert Powell has his pass intercepted by Jalen Benjamin, and Benjamin untouched, 64 yards for a pick six. The lead now up to 31-7. Patriots roll the Knights down in Williburg, 52-7. The final score. My guy Brad Bryant at Pike TV hooking me up with some video today for the U-Pike Bears and the winless Eagles of Cincinnati Christian. First quarter in this one, some trickery from Pikeville. Shannon Patrick, the backwards pass to Russell Gordon, then throws it downfield to a wide open Willie McLeod down at the 2-yard line. Next play, why not give it to McLeod on the ground this time where he's more comfortable. Bears take a 7-0 lead in the first quarter. Next U-Pike drive, the give is again to McLeod, and he uses the nifty little juke step into the end zone. Second score of the game, 14-0 Bears. Now we move to the second quarter. More ground game from Pikeville. This time it's Jamar Kirksey, the option pitcher on the left side, in from 2 yards out, and the Bears improved to 2-0 in the Mid-Southeast, 59-0. They will host Cumberland's next week. Homecoming down at Union, the Bulldogs trying to knock off 11th-ranked Georgetown. Second quarter, Georgetown up 8, but Isaiah Reddy on the option handoff around the left side, slips out of 4 would-be tackles, takes it 39 yards all the way home. Union would miss the 2-point try, 14-12 Tigers. And from there, well, it was all Georgetown. Zach Harris busts through the first level, eludes a few tackles. Nobody's catching number 27. How about 70 yards? 70 of Georgetown's 279 rushing yards on the night. Union could not get the offense going. Bulldogs fall to the Tigers 35-12 down in Barberville. Well, 8 weeks in, it has certainly been an interesting high school football season thus far, but an even crazier week for high school football in week 8. Carly Bell recaps Thursday and Friday night's action in this week's Lee's Famous Recipe Hazard and Whitesburg 2-minute drill.
Week 8 of the high school football season has come to a close, and to say this was an exciting week would be a drastic understatement. Let's start with the one game that shocked everyone. South Laurel and Pulaski County. The Cardinals stayed with the Maroons until the very end, but fell 28-27.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. This is Harlan County Football on WYMT.
Whitley County and Harlan County battled it out, where the Black Bears gave up a 27-point lead in the second half, and the Colonels took it 41-33. May as well round out Class 5A play. Southwestern got a district win over Lincoln County, and the Larkey Bowl ended with Chris Larkey and his Jags on top over his father, Tom Larkey, and his Perry Central Commodores. Rockcastle continued their dominance with a shutout victory over Clay County, 51-0, and Hazard also had a shutout win over South Floyd, 56-0.
The pass is complete to touchdown Hazard.
Williamsburg is now 2-0 in district play with the win over Pineville, whereas Allen Central is 2-2 in district play with a loss to Prestonsburg.
Touchdown, Blackcats!
And Somerset held in there with Lexington Christian, but took the loss 41-28. Just 2 weeks left. Big district games on the line that will decide district champions. So let's see what these boys can do. This has been the Lee's Famous Recipe, Hazard and Whitesburg 2-minute drill.
Still to come, we have our play of the week, and this week's episode of Sports Overtime Rewind takes us back to 2007 when Kentucky met LSU at Commonwealth Stadium. Even though Kentucky football is on a bye week, we still have to have the Wildcats in the show, right? In their history, the Cats have knocked off #1 ranked team 3 times, and this past Thursday marked 9 years since the last time it happened.
Honor the Wildcats of Kentucky, their quarterback, Andre Woodson, while inside. And so on 3rd and 5, Woodson back, pumps, finds Lions, first down at the 30-yard line. First set. Play action, Woodson rolls out, he's got a man in his face, it's tipped, and caught for a touchdown. T.C. Drake, the second. Charles Scott, the tailback. He gets the handoff and gets rewarded for the touchdown after Tolliver in the slot to the left. They toss it. Scott breaks a tackle. Touchdown LSU. Mullins, high school teammate of Dickie Lyons. He goes out. Woodson pulls up, will run, and he will score.
Play action pass down here.
Flynn is the quarterback. Play action goes in the corner. Dixon, touchdown LSU. And Flynn's limping. Woodson back. Here comes Taylor. The ball is away and intercepted by Chad Jones. Picked off by Chad Jones, number 3. And Woodson has been intercepted. 13. Andre Woodson into the end zone. Caught, touchdown.
Easy.
Jacob Tamme, the tight end.
So easy.
Woodson, draw play. Oh my, how about Locke? How? He's done it. Play fake. Flynn goes deep. Brandon LaFell intercepted. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is up. We're tied at 27.
I'll go with Les Miles.
On the way. No, short. He is the blocking back. Did he get it? Yes, he did. It's back to the right side. They pitch it out. Left side. Murphy strolls in untouched. LSU is the wide receiver left, and Johnson bottom of the screen. Woodson pumps once, hit from behind in the end zone. Diving catch, all alone. Flynn, Scott, I don't know. I don't think so.
No way.
Kentucky wins. The goalposts have been taken down at both ends. In 1951 in the Sugar Bowl, Kentucky knocked off top-ranked Oklahoma. In 1964, Kentucky knocked off top-ranked Ole Miss.
Time now for our play of the week. Back out to Williamsburg we go, and how about the catch made in the back of the end zone by Cumberland's wide receiver LeSean Jones. On a 4th and 6, he makes the 32-yard grab, gets a foot down before being shoved out of bounds by 3 Kentucky Christian defenders. The Patriots would cruise over the Knights. LeSean Jones, our play of the week. Another Sports Overtime Saturday night in the books. Scores, highlights, and more can be found on our website, WYMT.com. Have a good night.